Do you advocate for the VA home loan benefit? Or do you solely advocate for yourself on the backs of veterans? Those two things are vastly different. We are at the end of 2023 and rolling into 2024. And this message is more relevant now than it ever has been. And why is that? It is that way because now it's become increasingly popular in the mortgage and the real estate world to be veteran friendly, or be a home loan specialist, or be an expert, as some people will call themselves. And while I certainly don't mind those titles, if you don't have the substance to back it up, that's what I have a problem with. So when I ask you, are you advocating for the VA home loan benefit? Are you advocating for a benefit that was earned through blood, sweat, tears, loss of life and limb, or do you advocate for your own transactions to line your pockets? Don't get it all twisted or get upset because I make money off doing loans. But what I see, the most beautiful thing about what I get to do and the honor that I have is to advocate for a benefit that less than 1% of the population has earned. And trust me when I say this, they are not educated about this benefit. So to me, the advocacy of what we do and the responsibility that we have comes down to education and advocacy. Because what I see in a lot of these markets that I am either doing business in or have friends or I go speak in is real estate agents and loan officers both will say that they are VA experts, but yet they know nothing. They don't understand the basics. How do you know that? How do your people that you serve in your community know that? Is it simply because you gave yourself a title, or do you have the substance to back it up? And I think if the veterans and the active military members, surviving spouses that have earned the right to this benefit, if they would ask themselves that question of you, they're probably going to get varying answers. So if you are some of the ones that do that, my coach to you is educate yourself, because people are out there now educating the consumer about this benefit. You may get grilled on things. If you can't answer that correctly or you can't answer it to their satisfaction, they may not use you. And what I believe in my heart and soul is that we have the responsibility to educate them. I cannot control what the government does, and we know what they do and the lack of education that's there, especially when people are out processing, going through TAPS, whatever transition program, and even the private sector, the nonprofit sector, not a lot of education in these sectors either. There's a lot of wannabes, and there's a lot of people who do things for selfish reasons. When I see things on social media, or I see agents or LOs that are, look at me, look at me, look at me, I closed a loan in 4 days. Well, honestly, the only people who care about that are the people in the industry that you're trying to impress. No one gives a damn. The consumer doesn't, or a very small segment of them do. I think our responsibility is to put educational content out, tell stories, right? If you don't follow Donald Miller, you should, and build that story brand and create that story brand framework on everything that we do. If it's education or if it's posting circulars or whatever it is, there's things behind that. There's context. My coach to people who watch this going into this new year, think through education, lead with education. That education becomes marketing. That marketing creates clients. That advocacy for the benefit itself and knowing that you really care is going to create clients and set you up on a platform that will serve you, your family, and your community well way into the future.